As you flip over non-conference to conference season, obviously learning from your previous trips on the road and just the entire non-conference season, I guess where's the team at headed into Penn State and going on the road for game one?
I think we're excited. We obviously would like to start at home, but that's not the case for us. And just came off a great road trip last week in Florida. Played some really good basketball, I thought, particularly in the first half against Florida, and finished with 2 wins. We've learned a lot, I think in our wins, and then we've certainly learned a lot in our losses that we've had. And we've just continued to try to get better, recognize what those deficiencies are, and just try to get better every day. And I think that we're in a really good place right now. We've had 2 days of prep. I think the kids are always excited. It's a whole new season. We finished that non-conference season, that's season 1, and now we go into conference season. And this is season 2, and then you hope to be playing in postseason, and that's season 3. So we're excited that Big Ten play started, as well as probably all the other teams in the Big Ten.
How important was it to end that Florida trip and just the non-conference season on the high note that you guys had?
Well, it was a little different than last year for sure. It makes for a long 3 or 4 days when you go 0-2 like we did a year ago. So now it felt good, especially that win against Florida and the way we did it and the way the points that we put up on the board. I thought was really good for us, and then to bounce back the next day and maybe not play Stony Brook. It was difficult, I think, for our guys to get excited and get up. Of course, they were tired too, because we spent a lot of energy in that Florida game, especially with our starters. But to come out again, we got out of the gates early, put points on the board, and got to play a lot of different kids, which is always a good thing as well. So it's a great road trip for us, and the goal was to go 2-0, and we were able to accomplish that.
Where do you feel like maybe your backcourt depth is going into this game? I know Amber didn't play last week,
Sure.
And I think maybe Tia got dinged up a little bit
Right.
as well. You feel like you guys are obviously probably not as healthy as you'd like.
Not as healthy, certainly as we would like, but the Tyra Buss is it's hard to get her off the floor because she not only does so much defensively, but obviously offensively as well, and she's so durable and has shown that she gets upset when we try to give her a break. And so, we obviously are able to play she and Lex a lot of minutes because not only are they in great shape, but they're used to playing those kinds of minutes, and they impact on both sides of the ball for us. So, and we'll throw Cahill in there as well. Those 3 kids always get a lot of minutes. But it would be nice if we could go to our bench and we could get something from Ria Gawley, from production, from being sound defensively, as well as Tia. Tia and Tyra can play together. But in order for that to happen, we need them to be able to defend for us first, and then hitting shots is just kind of icing on the cake for us. It's really about us being able to give our starters a break and come off the bench and bring the guys that are going to come in and really be good for us defensively.
Coach, what do you see from Penn State, another team double figures as far as wins in the non-conference, I guess challenges that they'll present for you tomorrow?
Much different than they were a year ago. Talk about depth, and they have it. They have 2 senior post players that come off the bench, but 2 terrific guards in Tanaya Page and Span. Great point guard that's just a facilitator and gets those guys the ball. Just terrific backcourt, and then they're big, and they always have been since we've been in the league. They're different in the sense that again you got 6'3", 6'4", 6'4" coming off the bench, but really great in transition. Put the ball in Page and Span's hands a lot, and Span is a terrific shooter, and then Paige, she can play at all 3 levels, can attack, can hit the 3, has a terrific mid-range game. So presents some problems for us defensively. I think the best thing for us to be able to do is go in there and try to keep them off balance as much as we can with some man-to-man and then throwing some zone. But always the key is we're going to have to be able to rebound the ball, and we got to go there and hit some shots.
How much does it help with Amanda? Not only can she score and rebound, but I mean, she averaged 5.5 assists last
Right.
week. To have that sort of playmaker there.
Well, she again is just coming off, Big Ten Player of the Week, which is well deserved, and she just, those things sometimes don't. A lot of what B is able to do don't show up in the stat sheet. Sure, certainly the assists, the points, the rebounds do. She just makes everybody around her better, and that's why her teammates enjoy so much playing with her, and that's why as a staff we rely so much on her IQ. And it's on both sides of the ball. She'll make plays defensively that she doesn't physically look like she can make, but she's just smart enough, plays angles well enough, and just anticipates at such a high level that she can make what looks like a play that is going to result in 2 points, and she can come up with a deflection or come up with a steal. So just a really special player, and obviously we're certainly glad that she's wearing a Hoosier uniform.
Is it a little bit of a surprise to find that's her first Big Ten Player of the Week? Or?
It is. It is, and it's a surprise for me that this is our first one that we've had, because you've had Tyra that's really put up some points on the with 35 at NC State. I mean, I didn't think she could play better than the way she did that week, and then obviously down in Florida. So it is a surprise, but again, I'll go back to what Cahill would probably tell you, and the wins are the most important thing. All those accolades that come with individual awards and stuff, she's happy, but at the end of the day, these guys just want to win.
Coach, I'm not sure if we'll talk to you after this Penn State trip before Saturday, but I guess just importance as far as Ohio State being on national television and just the exposure for your program on Saturday.
Well, I think it's terrific. I know our kids will be happy and grateful to be back in Simon Scott Arena. I know that. Our non-conference schedule, we've been on the road a lot. And so anytime we have the opportunity to come back and play in Assembly Hall in front of our fans on what should be a great night of basketball, we're really looking forward to it. I know that there's not going to be any more people excited than those guys in the locker room about being able to come out and play a team like Ohio State on national TV. So we're looking forward to that. But first things first, we got a really good Penn State team we got to focus on right now.